You're now tuned into Psych's weekly Nerf dosage.
Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome to episode 136 of pwned. This episode is about this blaster over here, which is my black and pink themed Stryfe. I'm just gonna go straight ahead and talk to you guys about the whole entire cosmetics of this thing, and then after that I'll get into the details about these few parts. So right off the bat, this is of course a Nerf Stryfe, and I have the Kriss Vector kit, the printed version, in hot pink from F10555. Now I'm gonna start from the back and work my way to the front with regards to all the cosmetic attachments, okay? First of all, this is a G&G Armaments shoulder stock attachment, and it is held onto the blaster with an F10X worker, I believe, molded buffer tube attachment for the Nerf Stryfe, and everything is pretty friction fit. As you guys can see, it's kind of snug. I'm gonna have to wobble it out slowly or wiggle it out like this. Now the problem with this stock attachment on this particular buffer tube is that I think that this is actually the wrong spec. I think it should be the commercial spec. I mean, this is the commercial spec when I should have ordered a military spec, or it could be the other way around. Whichever one's the bigger one, you should order the wider one. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's actually kind of hard to get in and out. A lot of friction. It's not impossible, but it just takes a lot of effort, and you can actually see that it's a bit of like plastic rubbing off already. And I did once try and sand down the edges over here just so that this could fit, but what the hell, right? Yeah, so it works anyway. It's a collapsible stock, and you just gotta find the right attachment spot, and then you just like that, and this is all the way collapsed. But what I like about this stock is that it's come attached with this soft rubber cheek pad. So it's not a riser, but it's a soft rubber cheek pad. But the only downside is there's no rubber shoulder plate over here. Now the reason why it's so tight is because of this sweet job over here, and this job is actually a hydro dipping job. There is a snakeskin design on a hot pink base, so that's actually done by DipGraphics, so good job. Check the links in the video description. Also, I did an interview with them. You can check this annotation over here for that video. But this was also the blaster that was in that video, and that was the blaster that I intended to use for this entire build. Now I really love the way this turned out. It's absolutely amazing. Now moving on to the top over here, this is a Magpul M-Bus flip-up sight. As you guys can see, there's one on the front, one on the back. And here is a rail cover. I forgot where this leather cover style thing is from. I'm sorry, I have to apologize. I don't know where I got it from. And all these bright pink parts over here are all part of the F10555 Kriss Vector printed kit. Alright, so it's a cosmetic kit, just adds on to your blaster and changes the look. Now over here is a G&G Armaments vertical grip, and I got this because I wanted it to be in the same shade as this. And over here on this and on this is the Xtm Rail Covers by Magpul. Now Magpul makes their pink in this shade, but G&G Armaments make their pink in this shade. And this is a 3D printed pink shade, as well as this darker pink or purplish pink. I forgot where I got it from. So I wanted something to match, kind of. So I have one of these darker pink from Magpul on each side. I have this, and I have this as well from G&G to kind of even it out. Now, over here is I believe this is from Mengun from Taobao, but this is a standard Nerf spec tube, as you guys can see, that you can just buy off Taobao, and it is attached with a worker suppressor attachment. I'm just gonna try and unscrew this because I haven't done this in a while. Alright, so here we go. It's the muzzle attachment with the suppressor on it, and I really like it, and this is the entire look. Now what I purposely did not mention is all these buttons over here, the trigger, even the sling points, as well as jam door. These are all casted in black. These are all resin cast, I should say resin molded pieces that are all in black, so you know that it will never chip off. The paint color will never chip off. And these are actually made by Hawkeye 007. You guys already saw my Galaxy Stryfe. That Galaxy Stryfe featured clear versions of these parts as well, but these are the black ones. And because I did not go into detail about these Hawkeye parts in that video, I decided to go ahead and do just that in this episode. So here are the detailed parts. Check it out. These are the parts from Hawkeye 007 that I ordered for the Stryfe, and it all came in this nice Ziploc bag. These are all the pieces that actually comes with it, and he actually makes all these in you know, different colors like yellow, orange, blue, gray, black, and clear. And I think he makes pink too, but you know, just go check the link in the video description. If you guys want to know the exact list, go check out his link. And he was kind enough to actually write me a letter. And yeah, so it says some instructions over here. Too much friction also can warp or even melt your parts. Use a 30 seconds inch drill bit to drill out the hole for the jam door rod, etc. Thank you for your business. And then he says, you're an awesome guy. Psych, congratulations on almost 10k. I am on 10k subs now, because actually this letter that he gave to me was about, I think 2 months ago, when I actually ordered the clear part. So this is the black set. And he says, yeah, can't wait till you hit 100k. I want to hit 100k too, Ben, so thank you so much. But that's his real name, by the way, Ben. Just like me, my name is Ben too. Please don't show the camera the savings code on the back of the card. Haha, I did not do that because I used that savings code to buy this. Alright, so in detail, just so you guys know, I got this all black version. Let me just turn on this light. Okay, so you guys can see it's actually molded. This one is, okay, I wanted to point this out. This one is actually made of a slightly bendable plastic versus this, which is not at all. It's like super solid. It feels like two different plastics. Even the finish is slightly different. So you can see that this one over here is really, really smooth, and this is sanded down. Not so sure why, but this was the same finish that I had on the clear parts as well, but it helps to diffuse the light, so I'm not complaining. And these are all going to be black, and I'm going to put it on my pink Stryfe that is going to have the Kriss Vector kit on it, so I'm not complaining too much as well. But these are the parts that you guys have to clean up. Actually, you got to clean up this part over here. As you can see, you got to shave it down. This knob over here, you know, you can see that there's some residue over here. You know, these are things that is unavoidable when you're talking about hand casting stuff. Alright, so these are actually pretty awesome because he hand casted all of these. You know, he actually took the original Stryfe parts, made molds of it, and then he went ahead and cast it in resin. So yep, just remove this part, you know, like little bits like here, these things you have to just clean out. But once you have a Dremel, it's no kick at all. Alright, of course it's kind of difficult to get all the details out here, but you know, this is not important, it's just these parts. Yeah, with the Dremel it's gonna be an easy job of cleaning up. All you gotta do is just get a drill bit. The most important one is this part over here. Get a small drill bit to drill all the way through. Okay, it's not difficult. I actually did it on the clear one with absolutely no mistakes. So my advice is to hold it this way, and when you Dremel or you drill it through, once you get to the halfway mark, start on the other half instead of trying to go all the way through. So it's a lot easier that way. Yep, so I'm gonna go clean this up right now, and then yeah, and then install it into the Stryfe. But yep, so these are the parts that come with it. So this is the front part, the whole front muzzle attachment for the blaster itself. You have the trigger that you also have to do some cleaning up with. You have the two sling attachment points, one front, one back, and I believe that yeah, this is the front and then this is the back, like that. I think so. I might be wrong, but yeah, it should be, or it could be this way. It might be this way. Yeah, it's this way. Okay, for the blaster. And then we have the rev trigger. We have the mag release button. We have this attachment nut that, you know, would just be solid unless you kind of create a notch over here and then you flatten it down by half. As you guys can see, there's a little notch right here. So follow that, send all these down, and then create a nub so that you can put the spring there. But you know, it's going to be covered by the top rail, so this doesn't really matter to me. But if it matters to you, make sure you do that. And then last but not least, you have this access door, jam door. Alright, so these are beautiful. You don't have to worry about like stuff cracking off or chipping off. Let me just show you an example of what I mean. As you guys can see, I have this Stryfe with me, and this is the Stryfe that I want to have all these parts on here. Now look, that part is where the paint's chipping off, and this can't really be helped because, you know, this is a moving part. When you have paint on it and it becomes thicker, especially with this paint on the shell, you're gonna scratch it, you know. Even up here, as you guys can see, look, just scratches on this part over here and on this part over here as well. So it's kind of difficult when you are going to have, you know, to paint like the muzzle and stuff, and then you're going to put stuff on the tack rail. So if you really want something that's like solid colored without it getting scratched off, go ahead and do this. What I think is going to be an awesome color if you guys actually have or if you guys are actually going to purchase is if you have a blue Stryfe, go ahead and get the yellow parts. I think that would look absolutely awesome, but that's just my personal opinion. So this is the initial review. I'm going to clean it up and then I will report back to you guys. Remember, Dremel is your best friend and it'll make the job really, really simple. Alright guys, we are back in action. Okay, so I've already cleaned all these parts up. Yep, you can see. Clean this up, sand that down. Over here, okay, not so much, but in between, yes, a little bit. Sand this part down, in between a little bit. You know, just a bit of cleanup over here, yada yada. Just some over here. This part over here, of course. And a little bit on where's that part? Oh, right here on the inside, over here and here as well. You know, you get the drill. Alright, so the cool thing I want to mention about this trigger is after sending this part off, I realized that there was this like extra wall over here, or this part over here, because the original trigger has a nub and your arm actually sits in between, so this kind of like reinforced. It's pretty cool. I failed to notice that. In fact, I think I actually sanded this whole thing down in the clear version. Now I'm gonna get the original jam door. This is the molded black one, and this is the original one. That is, you can see that the paint's chipping off. And I'll just put a side-by-side comparison for the small details, like for example the word access. Okay, look at the word access and look at this one with the detail. It's amazing detail, by the way, really amazing. Oh, and I had to kind of like Dremel out and clean up the slots on the inside, so that's what I did. The only thing that I did not really like is the bottom part, which honestly is going to be pretty hard to you know, cast and mold, so I can understand that. Alright, one thing to take note is when you guys are cleaning up this access door, jam door, please on the front over here, do not accidentally grind down this nub as well as this nub. Okay, these are the nubs that will actually lock the jam door and hold it into place on your blaster, so don't do that. Okay, don't do that one. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is you already seen the details of the molded or recasted one, the recast one against the original one. So what I'm going to do now is going to get the blaster itself, and I'm going to start fitting all the parts into the blaster. Here it is, all the resin parts already installed into place. I thought I would just skip all of that. Anyway, all parts all go away. And then we have the last piece, the most crucial one. I wouldn't say it's crucial, but it's one of the things that I really wanted to explain to you guys. So you can see that this whole nub is going to fit inside here, exactly like that. And it's absolutely not going to move at all. It's like a solid piece. Alright, so like I was saying, if you guys are interested in making this work with the original spring, you're going to have to cut or sand off half of it, and then you have to make a notch so that they would hold the spring there. Alright, so make sure you take note of that. Apart from that, everything else is, you know, sitting very nicely in place. I got the front, the sling mount over here, jam door, this nub over here. I've got the mag release button, I have the trigger, I have the rev button, I have this sling mount over here, so everything's in place. Buttons working fine. So is this. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. Yeah, I'm gonna just close up the blaster and show you guys what it looks like in its finished form. Got my other half of the shell over here. Yes, it's the sweet hot pink snakeskin shell that I got hydro dipped by DipGraphics. Checking to see the alignment on the top. Alright, slight gap over here. Just yeah, pushing it in place. Some friction will fit it. Okay, snug fit. Everything looks good to go. Bottom all sealed up. Where's my battery door? It's right here. And we are done. Got a very beautiful looking black and hot pink snakeskin themed Stryfe. I specially requested for them not to mask this part out because I thought it would look cooler when it's totally snake-skinned over. So it fits the whole theme. Now the next step is for me to go ahead and get my Kriss Vector 3D printed parts to make this a Vector Stryfe. Of course I got to install the screws back into place, but that's basically it. Kudos to Ben, aka Hawkeye 007. You're amazing. It's absolutely awesome, as you guys can see. No problems with this whatsoever. Show you guys how flawless it is. Alright, so it won't come out. Push, comes right out. So absolutely no problems with the mag release whatsoever. Perfect, man. Just awesome. Perfect. Good job to both DipGraphics and of course to Hawkeye 007. Very nice part. So remember you guys, these come in different colors. Go ahead, take a pick and make sure you choose something that will stand out or complement your blaster color scheme. I'll catch you guys in the main video. Bye. Welcome back everyone. I really want to give a shout out to Hawkeye. I think what he's doing is amazing, offering it at low prices, really affordable low prices, plus the fact that it's all handmade. He actually made molds out of it and he cast everything in resin. It's amazing. And you know, with that, you're never gonna worry about paint chipping off. On these moving parts here, you can have like colors that you like. I already mentioned it earlier, but you guys should just check the video description anyway for links to that sales page. Please go ahead, check it out. I think it's really awesome. Alright, last but not least, I want to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think this works on the whole? Or should I just remove the whole Kriss Vector kit and leave just the blaster with the snakeskin motif on it? Because you guys already saw in the detailed video. Which one do you prefer? Alright, depending on which one you prefer, I might just actually go ahead and rock that, because I wanted to put this together in an all pink blaster. And for those of you who are following me on Instagram, you would have seen that earlier this year during Chinese New Year, I actually made a full pink Stryfe with the pink Kriss Vector kit. That was this blaster. Now, you guys saw that paint job and everything. DipGraphics went ahead and they even offered me the service of removing that layer of paint. So they went ahead, they actually removed the paint, they prepped the blaster, they put some primer on it, they went ahead and they dip tape, they put coating. So they actually did an entire start to end process for just that same amount of money. It's really amazing. It's service on the next level, I swear. And then it's completed with the Hawkeye parts. So I really like the whole black and pink motif. But when I put on this Kriss Vector kit, and I realized that there's now more than 3 shades of pink. There's this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade of pink. So I don't really know if this is too much. What do you guys think? Let me know. If you think that I should just leave this blaster alone without the Kriss Vector kit, I'll just probably go ahead and do it, because right now it looks a bit different from what I actually pictured. I might just go ahead and change it out for a black Kriss Vector kit. By the way, Worker now offers injection molded Kriss Vector kits, so those are in black and it's not 3D printed. So it's something that I'm considering as well. But let me know what you guys think. Alright, so big ups to Hawkeye 007 and big ups also to DipGraphics. And this build would not have been possible without the amazing stuff offered from these two groups of guys. I would say guys. I should say guys because Hawkeye is just one person and DipGraphics is 2 guys. But yeah, it took me a long time because I wanted to procure this part as well as like plan all the different shades of pink. So here you go. This is my pink snakeskin themed Nerf Stryfe and I hope that you guys like it. Now we've come to the end of the video. Hope you guys like this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, then please consider subscribing. If this is your first time watching my video, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for the support. And I guess I'll leave it at that for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one, okay guys? Drills pay the bills and teamwork makes the dream work. Peace!